right, welcome to Primos for Life, the wrestling podcast made for the fans, by the fans. Como siempre, yo soy Eddie, el niño vaque. We got Ariel, the Ecuadorian dream bisueta, and we are your self-proclaimed, undisputed co-host tag team champions of the world. And in tonight's episode, after some time away dealing with some personal life issues, the Primos jump back into the world of wrestling as we break down Backlash 2026 in Tampa, Florida. We talk matches, TKO, and everything that caught our attention. So, como siempre, sit back, grab a snack, and let's get it on now. First of all, Primo, hi. How are you?
Hi.
I love you. I missed you. Are you okay, man? Everything good, bro?
Yeah, nah, man. It's been a rough one on your boy. I want to apologize.
Mm.
Like, seriously, lo siento. You know, todos los primos y primas, lo siento, discúlpame. I have been on a physical just crap fest for the past 2 days that we were supposed to tape. We had an interview that we had to push back, and I'm really sorry. And then we were supposed to do the preview for Backlash, and I couldn't. So I'm very sorry to everybody. We did not forget. We did not get lazy. We do not care. We of course care. We want to, be out there talking to you guys and, want you guys to interact with us. And so very, very sorry about that, but I'm feeling a million times better. I feel like I'm looking a lot better, so I'm just quite happy. I'm
Yeah.
positive, man. I'm being as positive as I could be. Just things feel a little bit brighter, and that's good. I'm good. So how about you, man? You all right?
Good, man. Yeah, you said bright, and the first thing I saw was your shirt. I was like, that's a bright shirt.
Yeah, man.
Hey.
Yeah. Tú sabes, man. Mundial.
Yeah. Oh, man. I know. It's coming.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. But I'm good, bro. I'm good. Actually, in life, I'm good. I feel good. Thankfully, actually not thankfully, but I did pull something in my shoulder. So I was out of commission this week. So this is as far as I was able to lift my arm. Now I'm like, now it's getting better.
Yeah, a little bigger, but no, that's the body don't heal the way it used to, my man.
Yeah, man.
Ask anybody that we've interviewed, who's been in the game for longer than 4 years. That'll get you.
Pero let's go ahead and talk. Okay, I got a lot of things to get off my chest about this whole thing because we're gonna talk about Backlash, right? We're gonna talk about the fact that it was in my backyard in Tampa, right?
Right.
And I'm just very frustrated. I mean, don't get me wrong, the PLE was enjoyable. I mean, being there, seeing the crowd pop for certain things. I mean, clearly people are spending money to be there, and it's obviously not that much of a waste because people did enjoy themselves, at any level.
Right.
For us, who are now in this world of commentating and just, giving our opinions based on our fandom and stuff. There were just little things that I could have lived without, or little things that I'm just like, I really don't hope they don't mess this up. And the buildup wasn't great. I didn't get what I wanted as a fan. And then also just let's talk about price point. Let's talk about experience. Let's talk about all these things because you know what? We're just going to get into it. We're not going to talk about Raw. We're not going to talk about SmackDown because the lead up to this PLE was not extravagant. It was just filler. Let's get to the PLE. And then once we got to the PLE, it was like, okay, so this is what you gave us. Okay, cool. Well, whatever. But let's just jump in, right?
Okay.
First match, we got Braun Breaker versus Seth Rollins. The only thing that I will say, being in the building, fantastic match. People were excited for this. There was a moment where Braun had a little bit of a hiccup that took everybody out of the arena, out of the moment. But yeah. I mean, I think it was when he was doing the Frankensteiner thing. He almost slipped,
and he slipped off. Yep.
But no. They recuperated. They were able to finish the match strong. I think the two things that I will say about the match, not saying it was bad. It was from a fundamental wrestling standpoint, it was fantastic. It's just that too many false finishes towards the end, my finisher, your finisher, my finisher, your finisher thing. Right. And then it maybe ran maybe 5 minutes a little bit longer than I wanted it to. But overall,
Okay.
I was genuinely happy that Braun Breaker got the win because
Yep.
storyline wise, it did make sense to me because it's like, all
Right.
right, Seth, you're the Bret Hart, you're the top of the top, but Braun is the future, and you're not going to bury this guy. He's the future. So, what did you think?
Exactly. No, that's exactly what I was gonna start off with is it's time to start showcasing Breaker. So you
Mhm.
can't put the L on him here. You can't hang it on him. This is a place where Rollins can take the loss. And I think they did kind of protect him with a bunch of these, like the interference, the close finish. Like, so there was a little bit of protection, I think, offered there to a point. But yeah, it was a solid match. It was a solid match. I get what you're saying with the TKO and the bar and the formulaic and the stuff. I believe me, I know, I'm with you. But this, I mean, I was like, okay, I mean, you got a good match here. Breaker looked good, Rollins looked good. Um, so yes, annoyed with TKO very much so, but
Mhm.
solid way to start the PLE, man. Like solid. And like I agree with you. Breaker gets the win, and I would have taken Braun Breaker had we done a preview episode.
Yeah.
Because to the point, Rollins can take the L here. He can't hang it on Braun Breaker right now. Not if he's gonna be your guy or one of your guys. And that's what you're pushing. So yeah.
Yeah, nicely said, bro. But again, standard. So good way to start the night.
Right.
The arena was popping. Everybody did get excited. So, but moving on, we get Trick Williams and Sami Zayn. Now, I actually did enjoy this match. Obviously, that whole arena blew up for Trick Williams. You got whoop that trick, and it's so funny because Laura came with me, so she was just like, "Wow, I never thought I would see grown men just scream and whoop that trick." You know, and so it was
Yeah, it's kind of kind of an interesting one. Oh, that's happening.
yeah, but I mean, overall, another decent match, really good. Great job on Trick Williams, looking real formidable out there. Sami Zayn is doing a tremendous job being hated out there. I did like the minor interferences between Little Yachty because there were moments in the match where I think like, oh, I thought to myself like, oh no, are they really gonna switch it and give it back to Zayn because Yachty accidentally screwed Trick Williams, you know what I mean? Because there was a moment where he kind of messed up and fumbled, but
Yeah.
then he recuperated and made it right towards the end of the match. Nicely done. Probably one of my favorite matches of the night. No complaints on this one. You?
Okay. No, once again, great match. Zayn is now locking into his I'm heel.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
yeah. I
The
felt that
the
way.
the knee, like the selling of the knee with the cane, stuff like cool. Like, well, like, okay, great. So this is also perfect for Trick Williams. Fresh now being pushed as like a face because he's got the backing behind him. He's got the belt now. You can launch this dude and dig Sami Zayn in as a heel. And, Sami Zayn can walk away from this feud in the heel position without having the belt and not lose anything.
Right.
Where if you take the belt off of Trick and put it back on Zayn, now you're damaging Trick to where I said don't do that to Braun. You know,
Mhm.
where Rollins can take the L, so Zayn can take the L. Trick needs the dub because he's hot. He's hotter than anything right now besides like Oba. Like so, yeah,
Yeah.
great. Once again, solid match. So yes, annoyed TKO, but solid second match for the show. Like as much as I want to hate it on the show, the action wasn't that bad technically.
No, no. It was definitely one of the matches that salvaged the night. So
Yeah.
I wasn't mad at it at all. And
Yeah.
then and then you would have picked Trick obviously to retain for this
Yeah.
one, right?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Same. Okay, so technically, even though we didn't do our prediction show,
2-0.
we're 2-0.
But
Yeah.
my fun picks would have been, um, uh, well, my fun pick would have been Breaker, and my fun pick would have been Zayn here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then let's jump into the next match, which we get Danhausen and the Minihausens versus
This is so
Miz
stupid.
and Kit
This
Wilson.
is so
It,
dumb.
you know what? It's so dumb, but it's so enjoyable. I mean, the word that was running around the whole arena was like, "This feels like an episode of Scooby Doo." because with the with the box unveiling and the partner and then the mini Danhausen.
Oh
But
my god.
the one thing that I did wish happened, right? I mean, this is just
Mm,
me being extra. No, I mean,
okay.
nothing wrong with the match, nothing wrong with the way they did it. I just the one thing that I wish they would have done though was
Mm,
when they went back to the up the ramp to the box and put the little housing in there
mhm.
to bring out the other 500 million mini housings.
Yeah. Uh,
I wish it was the opposite. I wish it was one giant Danhausen that would have came out like a almost, walking out or
like
like a
Omos dressed as
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Danhausen.
That to me would have been like,
That
this is
actually would have been
wild.
funny. That actually would have been perfect. That actually would have been
But that's
perfect.
just me. That's just me.
That's a great call. That's a great call. Um, I liked it because, to the point, you and I love the fun aspect of it. We love the comedy aspect of it. We love to be entertained. You know, wrestling did start off like in the circus, like so it was a thing where like people were looking to go in and have a good time and laugh. Like so, eh, you want to be able to have these moments where you're truly just giggling and just having a fun
Yeah.
time. You know, and that's to the point. I think the whole Scooby Doo thing, where everyone's like, "Oh man, it's crazy!" Like, so it was fun. I think they could have done something different. And I feel like it could have been better. I just don't know how. Like I'm just you had some time to work this out. I think a bunch of the mini houses, like, yeah, I don't know.
Right. And I agree with that because I feel like the mini housings was the thing that, was a big deal at WrestleMania. So it's like,
Right,
yes, they were hot then, but you don't have to bring them back. I think that's why I
right,
wanted the giant
right.
Danhausen. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean?
That box when you're right, that was exactly the spot. And yeah, the giant would have been great, or even just a regular tag team partner, like just like dressed as Danhausen, but like in support of him. Like, like
Right.
pick anyone who's not doing anything. There's a bunch of these guys in the back. There was 5 matches. There's a bunch of guys back there who's like, yeah, sure. Why
Why
not?
not?
Let's go.
But overall, again, entertaining. I'll just leave it at that. It was entertaining.
Yes.
That's all
Yes.
that was.
And that's what we want. Ideally, that's all we want is to be entertained. That's exactly why we watch. So, once again, solid part of the show. Like the show
But
is not that bad. Like
you know what? Yeah,
so
as
far
we're
there's been
talking
three
about it,
things. There's been three
yeah.
things, and they've all been good. Like I said, I want to hate on it, but as I started thinking about it, I'm like, damn, you know what?
Yeah.
And there's 2 matches left. Both were fucking solid.
And then yeah, you're right. I mean, as we're talking about it, I was like, well, I guess it wasn't that bad. What did I
It wasn't that
want?
bad at all.
But
It
I'll tell you what made
wasn't.
it bad though. Like at the end. Well, let's
Oh,
finish through.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Um Next match we get Io Sky versus Asuka. Now another great match.
Match of the night. Match of the
Match of the
night.
night.
Match of the night. Match of the night.
And I guess the only thing that threw me off guard was like at the end of the match where, you know, they hug each other, they embrace each other, they're like crying. And then obviously, the rumors online are is like she's on the verge, Asuka's on the verge of retirement, or she's quote unquote semi-retired. Like, who knows
Taking
what?
time off. Like, yeah.
Right. And you know, at the moment I didn't know that, but now knowing that, I'm like, well, great. Now I could say that if this is Asuka's last time here, or for the time being, well, I was able to catch her with one of the greatest now, which is Io Sky. You know what I mean? Because Asuka was, I was explaining to Laura this too. I mean, like Asuka was the undefeated champion for such a
Mhm.
long time,
That's right.
and she's like, wow, well, I guess people that are new to wrestling won't know that part of the history. And I was like, exactly. But she's proven.
Oscar's
She's been
dope,
there,
man.
you know?
Yep. Yep. This was
So
this when I saw the match end, like his happening and everything, and you're like, all right, great. And I thought it was a well done match. I think the use of the MacBook as a shield was was
yeah.
pretty entertaining. That was good. So yeah, the match was good. I mean, Oscar Neo Sky. I mean, as long as there's not any kind of major injury, this is going to be a fantastic match.
Yeah.
Just given the 2 entertainers in the ring, giving your superstars, your wrestlers. So wonderfully done. And when she got sad at the end, it was like, oh shit. Like I was thinking more, she's taking some time.
Right.
Like, because I know like she is like a mom and stuff. So I think maybe she's doing some, maybe it's just taking time to be with the family. People always say wrestling takes a lot of time from me. I started watching the Hulk Hogan thing on Netflix, and they're talking about how gone for 14 days, home for 2,
Right.
like stuff like that, like so, and it's so the bummer because it's Oscar. I also think Oscar's very smart. She sees they have enough young talent right now that
Yeah.
she can step away and then come back later if need be if she wants to.
Right.
I mean, this is a good this time. They have enough. They have enough where they can she back away. She's not gonna get cut. She's not gonna be in that round of next cuts that could be coming up because she wants to take time. But no, just take some time.
Yeah.
We'll talk later. So bummer. But yeah, I love Oscar. Solid match of the night. Like,
Yeah.
well done.
Yeah. Kind of like a Shinsuke Nakamura, right? Remember when he went away for a little bit, but he was still
Mhm.
there. He was still safe. You know what I mean? So I
Right.
get that. Yeah. Good call. Good call. So now this part, the John Cena announcement for the
John
John
Cena
Cena
Invitational. Actually, it's almost the John Cena Invitational. It's almost the
the
same
John
thing.
Cena Classic. Classic. But
You realize I'm gonna calling the Invitational a bunch of times by
I know you
accident.
are.
Like I'm actually gonna try. I'm actually gonna try and call it the Classic, but I'm gonna end up calling the Invitational for the first like 4 or 5 times. I know it. John Cena Classic, Classic, Classic. Okay.
Classic. No, no. But I love it. I love the idea. I was
Yep.
genuinely excited for this. The one piece that I did not like about the way that this is supposedly going to be working
Okay.
is that even if someone loses, you could still vote to have them win, so they could still end up being the champion. So that part didn't make sense to me because are we going back to what was that, like Cyber Tuesday event back in the day where people online could vote who they
Oh
wanted to
God, yeah.
have, like Chris Jericho versus Big Show because everybody voted, and we're gonna make it a TLC match, and it's like,
Oh
what?
God, wow. Oh
You
geez, I
remember
forgot.
that?
Wow, my
You remember
God.
that, right?
I completely forgot about that till just now. Oh Jesus,
Yeah.
yes. Holy crap. Yeah.
But that's what
Oh.
I'm saying. So imagine, so hear me out, right? Imagine it's
Okay.
like,
Okay.
let's say
All right.
Javon Evans is in this classic, right?
Okay.
And he's rocking it and he's like really crushing it because he's phenomenal, right?
Right.
And then you get like I don't know, like maybe like a Gargano, right? A
Okay.
Johnny Gargano, because right now he's not popping right now, right?
He's not doing much of anything right now.
Right, exactly. And so you're telling me that because Johnny has more votes, he's going to be able to win this title over Javon Evans, who's really been crushing it. You know what I mean? Like that part doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. Primos and primas, if you understand the stipulation of this John Cena Classic, please in the comments let us know because I don't understand it. I don't like it. I mean,
I mean,
yeah,
I would imagine they you have to use it as like a percentage thing. Like they're graded on a certain amount of things, and fan votes is one of them. Like I would imagine that because if you're just bringing people back because people want to see them, uh, I understand, but no, they still have to earn their way back, like because they doesn't necessarily mean they're a good worker in the ring or something like that. Someone could just have a great gimmick or character or something that people just tend to gravitate to and like, and
yeah,
but they may not be a safe worker, and so there's got to be failed. There's something, or they can play with the numbers. They're TKO.
right.
I'm sure they can fudge phone calls
Yeah. So,
or just
you know,
have bots, text out to whatever they want.
exactly. And that's the other thing too. I mean, like some super fan out there who knows how to use bots for like sneaker raffles and things like that could be like, okay, I want Kit Wilson to be the champion. And he's the only one vote out there for him. But yet there's like a bajillion bots behind him. And it's like, well, Kit Wilson's the new champion. And it's like,
Kid
what?
Wilson, right? Isn't that your
Yeah.
boy? Don't you like that
Yeah.
guy?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
No,
your
he's
homie, right?
doing
You and
good.
him party on Tuesdays.
He's
Y'all hang
doing,
out?
he's doing good. No, but I mean,
Yeah,
that's
no,
the
it's
only thing.
dangerous.
And
It's a dicey place, way to roll the dice
right.
because there are so many variables when you talk about bringing in a third factor who's truly an unknown because you don't know where the people's minds are going to go. You don't know how they're
Yeah.
going to vote as a mob.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and shout outs to our boy Vigilante, because the one thing that he put out there that I absolutely agree with, if this belt is not a spinner, then what's the point? What are we even doing?
no, yeah,
It better be the little John Cena logo with the, you know what I mean?
That'd be entertaining. That would be pretty
Yeah,
entertaining. Quite good.
I'm with that. I'm with that. All right. And then we get to the main event, the Ramon
Okay,
Reigns.
wait. So once again, not a bad segment.
No, not a back segment. Just that bit of
So
explanation needs a little bit more expansion on. That's
so
all.
here we go. So we're coming up to the last match, and nothing has been bad yet.
No, no, not too bad. We got Ramon Reigns versus
Mm-hmm.
Jacob Fatu
Fuck.
for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And what a match, man. I
Great
mean,
match. Very great
this
match.
just this just proves that Jacob needs to be in the title picture. Like, I really do hope that we run this back in Italy or in SummerSlam, or we need to continue building this story, because if tonight's the night that the acknowledgement happens, I hope it's like, yeah, I'll acknowledge you. I acknowledge the fact that I'm gonna, take this belt by force and choke his beard out again. You know what I mean? Like that's what I
Yeah,
want.
it's tough, man, because this shows why he does need to be in the hunt, but you can't put it on him. You can't take it off Roman so soon. You
You
just
could.
gave it. No, you can't.
You
You didn't
could.
hand Roman. You didn't hand Roman Reigns the belt to take it in 2 months.
I mean,
Mm.
Punk only had it for 5 minutes.
How long did he have it really?
Yeah.
4 months? 4 months? 5 months?
Yeah.
You're not going to pull it off Roman Reigns for 2 months. You wouldn't have done that. Leave it on Punk.
Yeah.
Something like that. Like it makes no sense. So yes, I agree with him, but that's why it's tough, because you want to see him get in here and be in the mix. Because what a match! That was a really
It
solid
was
match, man,
really
by
good.
both of them. Very, very very good job well done, gentlemen. Sorry. So it was a great match. I just, I agree with you, and I want to see the same thing happen, but I just don't think you can put it on Jacob now. But he does deserve to be in this conversation. So you have to build this storyline along, and you have to find a way to kill it for a few, but leave the door open so you can bring it back in 3, 4, 5 months.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So
No, but I mean, I like the way it ended. I like the full match. It was done really well. And to kind of give it the grade, and then we could talk about TKO real quick. Um, as we were talking about it, I came in feeling like it was going to be a 6 for me, but now really talking about it, it probably deserves a 7.5. I thought it was a well-rounded PLE. Like, it had some good matches, good moments, and especially being in the arena, being in the building. Um, yeah, people were happy to be there. So yeah, 7.5.
Yeah. Well, let's not. So at the end of the match, let remind all the
Yeah,
viewers pretty much that Fatu went crazy on
yeah,
Roman Reigns, and so there will be hell to pay. So we'll see what happens with all that fun stuff. But yeah, no, it's I'm gonna go 8 because it. Everything was solid. All the matches were well done. Everybody was good. A couple of hiccups. It's gonna happen,
yeah,
but for the most part, I mean, solid. So yeah, I'm gonna go 8 or B or whatever you want to do. However you want to rock it. But I'm gonna go 8.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so I guess the reason why I have like such a sour taste from this entire experience is just that it really just it's upsetting, because ultimately what it comes down to is just the greediness of TKO. I mean, it's no secret, prices are ridiculous, and just for a decent experience. And the reason why I say that is because I went the night before to a CCW event. We got to hang out with Zilla Fatu, got to see Cha Cha, and that event for $20 was incredible. They literally blew the roof off that place. So shout outs to CCW for the tremendous work that they're doing on their
Yeah.
territory in the Indies in Florida.
Right.
And then it gets you thinking, right? Then I'm like, as we're in the middle of that event, Zilla turns around to me and Javi and it says, "Bro, it's been announced." And we're like, "What's been announced?" "Oh, Fourth Rope is going to be in New Orleans, July 4th." And I instantly was like, that's doable because I've
Well,
driven to NOLA. I've been to the Mania there. You know what I mean? I've done
right.
the drive with Chris and Edgar. Shout outs to them. We've rented a car. We've driven there. And then you start thinking logistics and you start thinking cash and money. And you're like, okay. And then you start realizing you compare apples to apples. What I spent at Backlash is not even anywhere near what I would spend to drive to New Orleans, stay there, get a fourth row ticket, maybe even buy a shirt. You know how expensive those shirts are.
Yeah, I was just pricey.
Drive back, and it still would probably be cheaper than what I spent for those 2 tickets at Backlash. And I think that as a fan is the part that gets a little bit aggravating because it's like, phew, I could literally buy a round trip flight to go to New Jersey and we could go see an independent show, have a good time, eat, drink, and come back. And it's still cheaper than what I spent here in Tampa. I think that's my beef. That's my problem. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, we said it the minute TKO bought it that we hoped this wasn't going to ultimately come down to corporate greed. And I don't know why we were even stupid enough to think that it wasn't going to. And I'm pretty sure we said that. I'd like to
Yeah.
think we were. I'd like to think we were smart enough. You and I are reasonably intelligent boys. You know, we've grown up this far and we haven't gotten ourselves, shot or killed yet. So hey,
Yeah. Hey.
so like it's it's a money grab. It's always a money grab, and it stinks because to your point, you find a local show or you find a place that you can fly to cheaper because what it costs to get into the building is just ridiculous. Now, I don't know how they do with some secondary, whatever ticket sales and stuff like this, whatever. So I don't know because I know my buddy Steve over here, he seems to get in always reasonably priced, nothing crazy. But unfortunately, I think the problem is that, you have the ability to have, a place where there's independent wrestling nearby where, other people don't. The
Right.
guy in Iowa or the guy in Montana, may not. So these might be the only events they get to go to, and that's even worse.
Right.
That this is what they have to spend to do that. It stinks. So yeah, it's truly a bummer. Especially because now you're a lot more intelligent in terms of backstage of wrestling than we ever were before we started doing this. We're only a year and change in. Things continue to progress well for us. Imagine what we'll know in 4 years, 5 years.
Right.
I mean, so just have to peel away the curtain, and you don't like it. But it's a money grab, and we knew it was going to be. It sucks. It truly does. It's kind of a bummer, and I'm sorry to have to bum everybody out on this note, but yeah, man, it's what it is, and they're gonna keep doing it, and hopefully at some point they'll realize what it is. But I mean, I really thought that the whole Cena thing was gonna be like, yeah, WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia. All right, that's it. I'm out.
I'm out.
I'm not gonna watch that. I'm not gonna watch that. Like, what are we doing? So
Yeah.
yeah, man. No, I feel you. I'm annoyed at TKO. Especially you see the cuts, you see the things, you feel like some stuff isn't as well done as it could be. You see the missing spots, you start to get annoyed, and then you have great experiences like we did at Fort Hope, like you always do at CCW. Any of the other indie spaces you always go to. Like it's a bummer, man. But
Yeah. Yeah.
it's where we are, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the reason why I say all that is because first and foremost, primos and primas, please go ahead and support any of your local wrestling because I guarantee you're in for a great time. Um, and if you need help trying to find some of these places in your area, DM us. I'll be more than happy to do the research and find some places for you
Eddie
and
knows. Eddie
get you
knows.
connected,
We
to
can look.
whoever and wherever I can. You know what I mean? Just for you to have a good time.
That's right. We can use the Google machine.
The Google machine.
We can use the
but
Google machine.
But then the other thing too is just I guess I'm declaring right now at this point in time. I'm not that I'm saying I'm gonna stop watching WWE. I still will watch Raw and SmackDown and Triple A. Triple A is the one thing that I am most excited for because I can't wait to see who loses the Mascara versus
Oh my
Mascara
god,
mask.
I'm tired of this mascara crap. Because now they get the Creed brothers and mascaras.
Yeah, they do.
The Creed, what do you call them? The Credo brothers? I think
The Credo brothers, and
I
then
think you call them the Credo brothers.
instead of Brutus is Brutos or something like that. And it's like
it's a Credo brother. I was like, all right, I'm done. Now I'm out. Now I'm out.
you got to even it up, bro. You
I'm
got to
out.
even it up.
I'm out. no. Yeah.
No, but I just want to make that declaration at this point in time. I will no longer be giving TKO any more money. I think my money, my hard-earned money, deserves to go to some places that really put time and effort and create an experience like a Fourth Rope, like a CCW, like a One FW. I mean, Respect Wrestling up in New Jersey. You name it, a House of Glory. I mean, there's just so many down the list that I'm
Right.
forgetting now, but just a few to name, like to name a few rather.
Right.
Yeah, no, yeah, dude. I'll just be watching. I'd rather pay for a Netflix subscription and then leave it at that because even if we get invited, because which that's a side conversation, by the way. Before I forget.
This guy burying a lead over here.
Yeah. But even if we get invited to Minneapolis for SummerSlam, for other events, I would much rather us fly, make an appearance, and go to those events and go to a fun bar nearby and watch it with fans than
Right.
to step in foot into that arena.
Yeah, no. That's
That's
foolish.
where I'm at.
That's foolish. I mean, that's yeah. I vowed a while ago, unless it was truly like reasonably priced and like a good time, like when we went to the Rumble.
Yeah.
That was Cody. That was like, it was like, yeah, like you wanted to be there.
And we didn't even know about Punk's injury. Because remember, a lot of people thought it was Punk that was going to win
Right.
that. And he probably would have if he didn't get injured.
So like you wanted to be there. Like it was nuts. Like you don't get that with all these, but they're raising the prices. They're raising the prices. So you don't want to go. You don't want to go. I'm this, it's the old person in me. All right. It's happening. Yep. Here it comes. All right. Here it comes. Get off my lawn. All right. Because here it is. I'd rather sit at home in the comfort of my house and watch this on my big ass TV than have to pay the amount of money for the ticket, for the food that I have to have prior to and after, for the
Parking,
beverages, for the parking or the public
travel.
transportation that I will take to get there, whatever it's going to cost me. I'd rather pay the subscription that I have, sit at home and watch it, unless it's a point like the Rumble where we're like, oh, this is where Cody gets it, or like this, this is where Punk's supposed to get, like stuff like that. Like,
Right.
so yes, I agree with you. Unless it's something huge and it's reasonably priced, I'm not messing with TKO, man. I will happily watch you because I have my Netflix subscription, watch you because I have my ESPN subscription. But I'm not coming to the show.
There you go. Yeah. And I get it. And I understand. Bueno, primo, I hate to end it this way, but we are going to end this because you know what I want? I want to make another declaration to all our primos and primas. Because we are so upset with WWE right now and the product and the way things are going. Well, not them, TKO specifically. If you guys want to come on and talk with us, we had such a tremendous time with Smack Talker John. We want more of that because I rather talk to you, primos and primas, rather than talk about what's going to happen tonight on Monday Night Raw and what happened last week, on SmackDown with the Gingerbread Man funeral. But I say all that to say that we want to take this opportunity to go ahead and thank all of you guys for listening, for liking, subscribing. We see the love, we see the likes, we see the comments. Please keep commenting on all the stuff that we put on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube Shorts. And please feel free to reach out to us on any of those platforms. If you go to our website, which is
www.primosforlife.com.com.
You could, hit the contact us button up there as well. There's like a little email envelope there. You can send us an email and we'll make something happen because we want to hear from you guys. That's real. Right. Primo, you got anything to add to that?
Nah, smash the like button, hit the notifications, let somebody know, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, hit us up. As Eddie said, we down to have conversations. We love being able to break down an episode with Smack Talker John the other day. Thank you again very much for that. So we'll happily do it. Please, come on, let us know. We're trying to be the two guys who are just complaining because we feel like we're getting back down that road, even though it was a solid PLE, which is a problem. That's TKO's trying to take the fun out of this. We got to get back to the fun. You guys can make that happen. Please help. Please help. We love you guys. It's a great ride. We're doing it. It's a lot better when you're on it with us. We love you. We will see you when we see you.
Yeah, we will see you when we see you. Go Knicks.
Knicks.
Good night, everybody.